Among the most common sexual sins, pregnancy and abortion, all ugly sins, but in and of themselves, they're pernicious evils.
Well, no one ever threw a party for me, and I've been the good guy. I've been the good guy.
Mahana, you ugly.
Anyway, enjoy the pie.
Jenna Reese has year-round wedding venue advertising on her channel, her website. Fascinating. Or it's just a religious news service and she got posted in there. Travis Wayne Goodsell. Church news time. And there really isn't anything other than the big announcement. Cougars are being released into the wild of the young single adults. No kidding, no joke. Cougars unleashed on the young adults. Oh, no, not quite. At least according to WikiHow, you got to be over 40 to be considered a cougar. Although the slang term just refers to significantly older, and then you can choose as to what qualifies as significantly older. $17? $35? Is that significantly older? Does that qualify? Everybody has their opinion. I have noticed the trend in Utah, though, over the last couple of decades, that a lot more younger women are going for older men. It's just not me. So, yeah, that's basically the church news. I mean, there's the church forming a coup in Ghana right now. But, you know, who cares? Nobody cares. The world is over. We're all doomed. And so, yeah, this is where Independence Day, the sister is in the truck with the other guy, and, you know, the world's gonna end. You don't want to die a virgin, do you? Then the brother breaks it up. She's upset. Doesn't want to speak to him anymore. You're gonna have that. When it all hits the fan this election year, you're gonna have that. And you'll probably have black widows. Why? Just once is all that's good enough for you? Because men, no, we want a relationship. We want commitment from our women. So yeah, this is the big announcement. They're meeting today. The prophets decided, okay, fine. The young single adults now constitute unmarried members ages 18 to 35. No longer 30. And so, the regular single adults still constitute 36 now, instead of 31, to 45. Why would it be 45 women? I'm a Mormon boy. I don't get taught sex ed. Why would it be 45 women? Nicole Wallace. Awesome. She had a baby last year. Or was it this year? Yeah. February 27th, 2024, the Cincinnati Enquirer is asking, where's Nicole Wallace? And in People magazine, people.com, MSNBC host Nicole Wallace welcomes baby number 2 at 51. She's awesome. I love Nicole. The baby is so cute. Baby boy. Yeah. Brought it in the world just in time for the destruction of the world. She'll have to flee America if she wants her baby to survive. Have to have an underground railroad system here in America to tunnel our way to, well, Canada's becoming Nazi too. And Mexico, or working with China, God, we have no escape. We'll have to go to the ocean and live with Aquaman. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the news. We're done. That's it. So now we get to tell you stories of the horror stories of being a single in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yesterday was the movie with Hugh Grant, a horror movie of two sister missionaries who didn't have an extra woman there. They needed to see her first before walking into Hugh Grant's home, and they didn't, and for their violation of their little white Bible, rated R ensues. It better be rated R, because Mormons don't want to watch it, they're offended. And by the way, the prophets have been telling women, you are not required to go on a mission. You need to get married and start having babies. Barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen. That is your mission in life. And I got all these women in the singles ward telling me about how they're waiting for the spiritual feeling from Jesus about their mission on this earth. And they're already, even in the older singles ward, getting closer to 45. They're waiting for their mission in life. Yeah, you kind of missed it. Hate to tell you that. I'm right here, and you're talking about some other mission in life. And so, yeah, Mormons look beyond the mark real easy when it comes to singles. And so you got this singles ward, never watched it, never care to watch it. You'll have to kidnap me and tie me down like Clockwork Orange and force me to watch it with my eyes taped open and getting electric shocked to keep me awake. Bitch Cougar is also a dualistic humor pun because the BYU mascot is a cougar. And so unmarried women who go on to get a bachelor's and a master's and a PhD, yep, cougars. And so, yeah, everybody knows about Steve Young being interviewed about his supposed father, or third great grandfather, talking about if he's not married by 26, he's a menace to society, and he was the most eligible Mormon bachelor at the time, and Everywhere he goes, Mormon women flock around him. It was really gross and disgusting. They're in Connecticut at church, and he brings a date. And still, everyone's flocking around him, blocking his path, trying to get an autograph. And my companion, sitting there on the couch in the foyer, sees him, and he abandons me to go get an autograph. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, leave him alone. Just leave him alone. And then we would go and to his parents' house to have dinner. And he didn't show for dinner. But yeah, he was picked on for his situation. He couldn't just pick a woman. He could just say, you, I want you. Me? You don't even know my name. That doesn't matter. I want to marry you. Okay. That's how easy it was for him. And that's how difficult it is for him. Because when you're a celebrity, everybody wants your baby. Every woman, well, guys want babies too. And so as a result, you are in a tough position where you have to spend more time getting to know a woman, because she's going to be doing all kinds of things to lie and deceive and pretend to be somebody she's not, so that she can trick you into choosing her. And it's exceedingly difficult, because divorce is just skyrocketed. And even in the church, it's an epidemic, and the church tries to cover it up, say that all is well. If you get sealed in the temple, then your marriage is more likely to succeed, because BYU study was ordered to say so. Church refuses to release the membership records that have all that stats of which members got divorced. And even if you get remarried, they still have on your membership record that you were divorced and how many times you were divorced. Right, Marie Osmond? They know who the first husband is, the second husband, the third husband, the fourth husband, the fifth husband, the sixth husband. Wasn't it 8? Aren't you on 8, which was actually number 1? That's the whole dating thing, Marie. You're supposed to test drive men before picking one. It's awful when I heard that. Awful. Older singles ward. Women are saying to my face, I'm single. In the singles ward with them. Women in the singles ward. Older singles ward. To my face. I want to test drive lots of different guys before I pick one. Bleep you! Get away from me! And then you get those women, if you talk to them, they think you're now going steady. And so, because you don't think so, you go and you talk to another woman. And she sees you talking to the other woman. And now you're cheating on her. And then she goes and tells all her friends, he's cheating on me. I saw him with another woman. And that other woman is shamed and blamed and slut-whored. And you are awful. Nightmare City. And so yeah, the source origin for menace to society does not exist. It was never said. It's just become a Mormon myth. And I can't find it. I tried looking through my files before this video, and I still couldn't find it. It's buried deep somewhere and not labeled properly. I had found a guy who had done the research, and he had found only Heber C. Kimball talking about how he heard from Brigham Young that when a man is 21 years old, which back in those days you're now legal, if you are not married, you are a bad guy. You're wasting your life. It wasn't menace to society. But if you go to ask Gramps, he has no clue, and he goes to, what is it, Orson High, George Buchanan. That's the best that people can come up with. And so Gramps is wrong. Gramps is wrong about a lot of things, and yet he's the thing everybody goes to. I don't understand. Gramps doesn't know bleep. And so Jana Reese, who flunked sainthood, because I guess she never got married. If it's 21 for men, what age in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints do you think it is for women? You have to be pimped out by the church by a certain age. What is that age, women? Men are forced to pay tithing. No sex. Pay up and then get sealed to a woman. And then he can have sex, but only for babies and only until he's finished. No orgasms. You didn't know that in the church? Oh, you think the church is progressive now? You don't think their Project 2025 is going to bring it all back? You didn't realize that the church were the architects behind Project 2025? Really? You're that naive? You're going to believe that it's all the Heritage Foundation, and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has no connection whatsoever through the Council for National Policy to the Heritage Foundation. And so, yeah, she flunked sainthood because she didn't get married. No guy wanted her. Now, it could be because of Monson. I noticed she's a granola girl. I think that's cute, especially the dresses. But that's just me. But Monson told the women of the church that you're ugly and you need to put on makeup. Church is true, right? Prophet of Jesus. You're ugly, women. And if you don't feel good about it, then it's your problem, and you need to be taken to family services, be diagnosed as depressed, and be given drugs that will shorten your lifespan. Because you couldn't turn that frown upside down. And then it's Benson, who was the one who told the ugly, undesirable Leias, who have heavenly eyes, but oh, that size. 7 brides for 7 brothers. Awesome. That's the theme song in the description below. She's the one for me. And it has Catwoman in there from the original Batman TV show, Dorcas. Awesome. So hot. They're in their underwear. 7 brides, 7 brothers, underwear. Porn. So yeah, you had to be 14 years old, women. 14. If you guessed older than that, you're wrong. If you guessed younger than that, oh, no, not that. Back then, since Arizona and Nelson, yeah. Back then. Nelson's lowered the age to 11. Arizona, for a brief moment of time, until everybody complained, had it down to 10 from the Civil War era. Oh my God. And so Benson is telling the undesirable women in the church that no blessing will be withheld from a faithful woman. And so you get the younger generation of women who hear this and decide, oh, okay, so I can not get married and have higher standards and values and condemn and judge other men as unworthy for me, and then I'll be blessed with my own man after I'm dead. How did that work when you're now 45 and you failed the older singles ward too, and now you got to go to the geriatric singles ward? They have those in this valley. And there's no way in hell I'm going. I will be the wolf among wolves. And they'll recognize me because I'm the black wolf, not the white wolf. Sheep. Hilarious. And so, yeah, the church has abused women severely. And yet, Jenna does not make the connection that she's the one, even though she says she flunked sainthood. You know, this is the self-abuse, emasculating that the church does to Mormons to make them feel guilty, to abuse themselves. And so, yeah, even though the woman is a hottie and the guy looks like the Superman from Smallville, there's no way in hell I was watching it. I didn't even like that Superman anyway. Dean Cain, ugh. And other movies that he does, it's like, oh dear God, I now know why they went straight to DVD. But she too, she can't figure it out. But she did a lot more research than Grandpa did. So good for her for that, at least. But she still couldn't figure it out. Nope. Right here at the end. Lest ye fear he was overly critical of single men, here's some great news. He also found fault with women. This was true whether they were single or married. He called out women who were idle, women who carped on men, women who lived for the fashions of the world. Boo, leave women alone. Say, YouTube, dear God, this new CEO is going on a Nazi terror on women, channels of women. They're just taking them down. Women who have had hundreds of videos are just gone now because he's on a porn kick. If you're a woman, you're porn. And his ancestral family and his wife's ancestral family, even though he's born and raised American, are from India. And India has the greatest porn book ever created by mankind, the Kama Sutra. And yet here he is, the CEO of YouTube now. He was supposed to protect children from terrorism, and instead he's protecting children from women. You kind of missed the boat. Oh right, you're bribed by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to attack women. See? Financial connection. Just like Project 2025. And so yes, it is horrifying that all these women who are getting banned by YouTube are now utterly humiliated and disgraced because of being women. Because YouTube says that YouTube has to be safe from women. And so we're taking down your channel for violating the community guidelines. It's just awful. This is white supremacist Christian nationalist bullying abuse to the extreme. Shame on him for doing this. There are too many people that are easily bribed to betray mankind. And you see it all the time when Mormons embrace the token black man. We're not racist. See, we have a black friend. Yeah. Right. And how many of the 3.9K videos on just this channel have I done church news videos about how the church is still racist? Where's the black apostle? Where is he? Don't see him. God. And so, yeah, the church just wickedness, just like King Noah, passes on to the Mormons. And Mormons expand the explanations because the church never explains themselves. They just are racist, bigoted, sexist, hateful, xenophobic, hates the poor. And so because the prophets never actually come out and say they are, it's the Mormons who make the excuses of how they are to justify it. Well, you see, in the premortal council of heaven, you were a fence sitter, and so you came to earth and were painted black. And I think it's called Menace to Society, the TikTok channel that went to BYU for years, getting all those Mormons, asking them all these kinds of questions, and they're revealing how racist and sexist and bigoted and hateful they are of mankind. And they get millions of TikTok views. I think they moved on. I guess they got bored with BYU and now they're going to other schools, and I guess their views have tanked. I wonder how long it'll take them to realize they got to come back to BYU because that's where the cash cow is. God. So, yeah, women who didn't wash their children in his exact prescribed manner. What's that about? What are you talking about? Wash the children in his exact prescribed manner. What? There's only one way to wash a kid, with a hose. We're not turning this channel into an 8 passengers channel. It was Brigham Young. Huh. In a sermon in 1869. So yeah, I could find it. Because she doesn't put the reference, but 1869 and Brigham Young, I could find it if it exists. Dear God. Poor women. Leave women alone. All women are naturally beautiful, Jana. Of course, this was like how many years ago when you did this? 2018. Yeah. Oh, look, there's a link to you. Senior columnist Jana Reese is the author of many books, including The Prayer Wheel, The Next Mormons, How Millennials Are Changing the LDS. No, they're not. No. No, you were, yeah, no wonder you flunked sainthood. I hear this. Mormons are thinking the prophets are becoming progressive, thus millennials changing the church. No! We've seen this pattern. We have witnessed it. Nobody should be saying this. The church embraces fascism. They're Nazis. They're restoring the Nazi order in America. No, they are not progressives, which are terrorists in and of themselves, being majority Islam. With Mr. Abominable Muhammad himself, 6-year-old girl, as a polygamous wife. And then conversion therapy, just like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And that's where everybody gets fooled. Because during this time, the church was still practicing conversion therapy in the state of Utah. To who? LGBTQIAPO+. Because psychologists have always considered LGBTQIAPO+ a mental, the whole list. It's on the book that I used this morning for the video. I haven't put it in the box yet. But yeah, there's the whole long list of name-calling, bullying of psychologists. They hate you. They only pretend to be your friend to help you with your problem because they need a lifestyle. They need to get paid. And you are their cash cow. And if you're in denial that you're their cash cow, it's because you need them to be their cash cow. Fallacy arguments straight across the board. All of it lies, falsehoods, thus fallacy. And you fell for it. They believe you're unnatural. And so, yes, to have you come in for the rest of your life crying about your sensitive feelings being hurt by the bullies in school, calling you all those name calling that the psychologist is also calling you. But the psychologists, well, no, they're still taking your money after name calling you. Just like the bullies. Weird. And so, yes, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Not only with LGBTQIAPO+, but now with the mentals. And so, yes, they combine them together in their mind, but they don't tell you. They don't come right out and say it. They say those who have problems with same-sex attraction. And then another talks about those who have mental problems. They're talking about the same thing. And so you think, oh, they're softening their hearts, they're accepting us for who we are. And you've never learned history of Nazi Germany right before it became Nazi Germany. What did they do to the gays? They gave them a special triangle that was colored pink. Ooh, fun. They're identified for who they are. Yay, they're being acknowledged and recognized and validated and appreciated. Oh, whoops, Nazi Germany. Hey, you've got the right symbol. Come with us. Human experimentation, tortured unto death. And you don't see that coming here in America, huh? You don't see that they're going to do it with Project 2025, do you? You don't see that all of this was tolerated, even though they still mumble about it, even though they still complain, they allow it, and now they've got Project 2025, where they're going to implement human torture unto death because you are LGBTQIAPO+. And so the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, yep, they authored it. They burnt down the bridges, but you didn't see it. And so, yeah, enjoy the less than 4 months now, isn't it? August, September, October, November. Yep, less than 4 months. Eat, drink, and get married. Because come November, we're all dead. So, yeah. Huh. Interesting. On the church news, and they're leaving me alone today. Fascinating. So yeah, only 35 minutes. Something's going on. I gotta talk longer. Gotta make these videos last. We can talk about the Pride and Prejudice. How, yeah, that was a direct match to the older singles ward, not the younger singles ward, even though the Pride and Prejudice is about the younger singles ward. Because the difference is that the younger singles are going to school. They got back from their missions if they're boys or girls, which was later. It was at 21 when women went on missions back then, and so they came back a year and a half later. And I told you about the one on the date. I gave her my testimony of the Book of Mormon and broke her. She just busted up crying, just collapsed. The Book of Mormon has powers, all right. So true, Nelson. It was over faith from Alma 32, starting in verse 28. All I did was explain it to her and give her examples. And she breaks down in bawls. So, I guess I'm going to be going now. I'll call you. Oh, dear God. Nightmares. And so, yeah, the younger singles, they're not rich. You know, daddy was rich, and they may benefit from daddy's wealth, but they're not rich. It's the older singles where you get your wealth from. And so you've got those who have cabins, who've got boats, who take trips and orgies. A red convertible, could have been a Corvette even, had the license plate O. I mean, O face or O something. I remember O, because we had to patrol the parking lot, the priesthood, because there were people who came specifically to rob people and steal cars. So during church, we had patrols. It was a great way to get out of going to church. And so, yeah, I remember saying that. And so, yeah, there are predators who go to the singles wards. The olders and the younger singles wards. But in the younger singles wards, yeah, any old guy coming in, yeah, you're out. There's no way they're going to allow you in. But, yeah, even in the geriatric, we had a geriatric predator in the older singles ward who was telling the women, I can exalt you. Are the geriatric women not desirable to you anymore? You're still trying to relive your past that was a failure? Which, yeah, as a college kid, having graduated from high school, even before that, we were joking about college boys coming back to the high school campus as losers, because, you know, college girls are the hot thing and not high school peers. And yet, what was her name? It was German. I am shocked and horrified that I've forgotten her name after all these decades. After having the big crush on her. She was the perfection of German perfection. I keep hoping that would spark my memory. But yeah, every guy stopped and stared, jaw dropped when she walked by. And so, yeah, even I had a crush on her, whereas my peers typically had bad taste in women. They were into Ginger rather than Marianne, for example. Marianne is where it's at. And when I learned that my attractiveness towards women was nothing of my peers, I'm going, ooh, that's good. So I can get a woman and feel safe and confident that she's not going to be stolen by another guy or cheat on me. Not the case. Not the case. But nonetheless, yeah. Nope, that was Rex. Heather Teska. Got it. Heather Teska. And so one day I find out through the grapevine, because everybody's talking about it, there is no secrets in high school, that she's had her wisdom teeth pulled. And so she's staying at home to recover from having her wisdom teeth pulled. And so, being a high school kid, I think I'm a junior, one of the two. And she's in my brother's age category, the year younger. So it's not too far away. And so, not telling my peers, hell no. Nobody's going to find out about this. I went to the florist shop, bought a bouquet of flowers. Not roses, flowers. And was stupid to sign my name to the card. Was not thinking. Because I get to her door of her house, which was a very nice house. Her daddy was doing very well. I do a ding-dong ditch. Leave the flowers there on the front doorstep. And I don't even know if I rang the doorbell. I think I might have just put them on the doorstep and then ran away. And so she comes back to school. And I'm there at my locker putting my books away, or getting my books out for the next class, whatever it was. And all of a sudden I hear from behind me on the left, "Thank you, Travis." She knows my name because I put my name on the card. Oh, but she knew who I was, mostly because of my brother. And I was a sports celebrity, I guess. And I'm already frozen. And I awkwardly turn over and I see her and I die. I can't speak. And so she's then thanking me for the flowers and I'm not responding, and so she walks away. Oh, humiliations galore. I need that yearbook back. That yearbook has her in it. I need that yearbook back. God. Want that yearbook. And it would have been 87 or 89 yearbook. Because obviously all guys liked her, and so yes, she got extra photos for the yearbook. God. Pissed off that my dad threw my life away. Tried to erase me from history, just like they did to the Egyptian pharaohs. But, yeah, she went to the prom with a college guy. as he was jailbaiting her there on the dance floor making out. And most likely went to a hotel afterwards, because that's what the thing was to do. She must have been somebody's baby, 'cause she's so fine. She's probably somebody's only one, gonna shine tonight. Should we have two thumbnail pictures? We're already going too late into this video. Somebody's baby. Is that Jackson Browne? It's from the movie. All those teen movies. Before teen movies were mocked by horror movies. Not another teen movie. In the 90s. So, yeah. I was an 80s kid. So, yeah, this just utterly humiliating that for women. To extend it to 35. And the problem is that the church has already sabotaged the whole thing. No sex. Pay up, get married, then you can have sex. That's prostitution. And so men treat women as prostitutes, and women are treat themselves like prostitutes. And when guys don't buy them for 8 cows, Mahana, you ugly. Tony Lingo, the original. Classic. We're gonna use that in the video. I think we should. Mahana, you ugly. So sad. She was a beautiful woman. A little thin for my taste. See, again, my peers had certain measurements that a woman had to fit within. And I was a little more liberal. Women are beautiful. But regardless, life sucks because I'm all alone. Now I'm watching chick flick TV shows, moonlighting. Nobody cared for that video. So sad. So sad. But the postal one is picking up the paste pecani sauce.